Hi, this is Dissb. This is footage of my Prestige 8 Warlock Mage wearing Prestige 3 and 4 gear. I hope you guys were all able to watch my P3, P4 Codex video, because I'm not going to have a chance to show my armor, runes, equipment, stats, as this Warfront took longer than 15 minutes, and in an attempt to shorten it and not bore you guys, I'm actually going to omit that part and speed through a lot of this at 150%. Here I got this rogue, basic rotation, 4 dots, off into my finishing rotation. You see, I was ready to hit Devouring Shadow. I did not cast it. I am trying to break the habit of casting it, as it is going to be nerfed in 1.6. I will still include it in my finishing rotation because Dark Fury has a 2.5 second stun, and the new Devouring Shadows doesn't tick until after a second, so you still will be able to get 1 tick. So I've just chased this cleric halfway across the map. I had 4 dots on him. He got down to 25% health, but somehow he was able to manage to stay mounted. Why? I have absolutely no idea. It's pretty lame if you ask me. And now I find myself in a situation where I cannot burst this guy down. I tried once and I'm going to try a second time. And this is part of just knowing your limitations. Now I'm going to start running away from this guy, and all I'm going to do is now I'm going to bait him to come to my teammates for reinforcements. And the way I'm going to bait him is I'm just going to keep my health relatively low. Then I'm going to pop Shadow Life once my allies are near. And it's going to be enough for him to realize he cannot kill me, and he's going to end up dying. Because of the open layout of Whitefall and the minimal obstacles, just enough to break LOS when you need it, Whitefall Steppes is hands down my favorite Warfront. I'm going to resume the clip at 100% now as I engage in combat. Once again, it's all about positioning here. You'll see I start scaling up this mountain because I want to be a backline mage at the moment. While I assess what's going on, looks like we clearly have them outnumbered, and it's just a matter of time before these two die. I'm still going to try to get my killing blows in. So when you're playing your mage, one of the things you want to do is always stick around with your teammates, especially at the lower tiers. I know a lot of probably my first 10 videos, you see a lot of me doing solo play because I am able to do it. Unfortunately, I'm not using a lot of things that I'm used to, especially potions. I'm trying not to use any potions since I'm supposed to be poor and wearing Prestige 3 and 4 gear. So I'm going to be a team player here. For the most part, I'm going to stay in the back lines until I know it's safe to move up, such as now, and try to steal a kill. No, maybe with this Powerball I can steal a kill. It's probably going to increase my damage like 10% actually. Maybe even a little more. Back at normal speed here, and this guy's about to get steamrolled. But what I really have my eye set on is the next guy. I see he's carrying a staff, so I know he's got a blue bar. And immediately I get popped by this rogue. Instinctually, once again, mass fear. Now he's still attacking me, so I'm going to look to detaunt him, but he actually disappears. And now we got 4 or 5 guys chasing us. I'm going to drop a Radiate Death. Able to land it on 3 opponents. I get an opportunity proc. And I used Life Leech opposed to Pillaging Stone, because I didn't think I could kill him. And normally I would have casted Devouring Shadows there to finish that guy, but like I said, I'm trying to break that habit. Now it looks like our carrier got out safely, and looking at the UI, Lit Up has our flag, and he is getting lit up at the moment. So it looks like we'll be able to score a point. Now here's a cleric that I could not kill earlier, and I'm going to remember that piece of information, and that's why I switched targets, because if I couldn't kill him then, I sure ain't going to kill him with 4 or 5 other people. And I'm going to use this time to get the hell out, pick up the speedball, and wait for my teammates. Remember, knowing your limitations, don't get greedy, don't give anyone the satisfaction of killing you. Moving forward here, looks like we just retrieved the flag again. And when you see people chasing a flag carrier, this is a great time to just pick off people one at a time because you know you're not going to get focused. Watch closely at the enemies' names. You see 3 out of the 4 of them were pink in name. That means they were feared, so I'm not going to touch any of those guys. Instead, I'm going to target the 4th Defiant that was not feared. Throw on my dots. Don't have any burst here, so I'm going to try to degenerate him. Remove some buffs. He did have a healing pot, a hot pot, which was keeping him up. Otherwise, I think I would have been able to kill him. And here's that healer again. And this time he was able to die. Once again here, this is all about positioning. You do not want to put yourself in a situation where you're bunched up with your allied units, because that is the focus of the enemy. Instead, you want to stay at a flank, preferably the flank closest to your spawn in case you need to retreat. And I've got this Chloro here that I've got targeted, and I'm going to try to finish him off. I think I have enough to do it. And I do not have enough to do it. But still, this is a really good scene as it shows how my positioning is. If it gets hairy, I'm going to start moving back. I'm going to try to finish this target, but he pops his Shadow Life about 5 seconds ago, and I really have no chance of killing him. This next target's going to feel what it's like to get 2 Pillaging Stones because of 2 opportunity procs. Pretty much can't live through that. As I switch targets here, I'm going to dot him up. Draining Bolt Dark Fury, finish him off. Was not able to finish it off. He did pop Shadow Life. I'm going to wait till he gets low enough. Pop Pillaging Stone. Hits for about 600, but I only needed 400 to kill him. He's dead. Now, I'm not going to be too focused on that stone at the moment. I'd rather just get in a position where I feel a lot safer. Here I am trying to get in a position to force this guy into getting sandwiched. I have 5 dots on him, and I believe he dies. So it looks like we have each other's stone, so I'm going to be part of the team that tries to retrieve our stone. Now, looks like a pretty even fight here, and I'm going to stay back and play a backline mage. I want to really focus down on anything that has a blue bar, such as this guy. I'm able to kill him. I still see another guy with the blue bar, but for some reason I'm targeting this rogue. He's dead, and there we go. He's got Empowered Darkness up, and he's just going to stand there and think he's invincible, and he's not. Maybe invincible wasn't the correct word, more like powerful. So as we enter into their base, just like I've shown in all my other warfronts, I'm gonna pull off to the east. I want to get away from their spawn. I'm gonna use this brick wall to break line of sight from a lot of the Defiant that are to my right. I also want to take a quick look at my raid frames. That's right, raid frames. I want to see my party members that are attacking with me, how they're doing in health. And those are the highlighted names in your raid frames, opposed to the grayed out names. But I'm actually having to pull back here so everyone is grayed out. I also make one big mistake here. I fumbled on my keyboards and I popped Nedra's Essence. And now I don't have that on cooldown. I make mistakes just like you guys, and that's what I'm talking about. We want everything to be second nature, in control. I remember as soon as I popped that, I was like, this is gonna haunt me. I should start backing up now. And I'm lucky enough to get my hasten withdrawal, and I got this rogue that's absolutely destroying me. I get an opportunity proc. I use it to cast Life Leech. Still got hasten withdrawal on me. I see a speedball coming up. I know I can make it. I cast Shadow Life to give me some extra health, and now I got this other guy. And I'm really trying not to use any potions, and I die. I bet if I didn't use my Nedra's Essence and had one hot potion, I would have been able to live through that. But we'll never know. So here we got a few people attacking. I thinking AoE, of course. I'm going to stay back as far as I can. Our team is slowly starting to die off here, and I'm not going to push it. I'm going to back up. As a matter of fact, I got this freaking warrior on me. I'm going to Mass Fear. You see his name turns into pink. I'm going to get out. Remember, know your limitations. Yes, I probably could have dropped one more Devouring Shadows, but I would have eventually died. Instead, I'm going to use this time to heal up, and I am going to attack them. Hopefully, they're not going to take the red ball there, but J Blood does take the red ball. Now, since both of my abilities from the Warlock tree are on cooldown, Nedros and Shadow Life, I'm going to be a little careful here. I'm going to try to lay a Radiate Death, but J Blood must have panned his camera and he sees me, so I'm just going to drop my Mass Fear. I'm telling you, Mass Fear is the greatest CC in the game. I take that back. Getting squirreled is the best CC. I hate it. Looks like they're gonna easily run the stone back. I just want to say I am top of the charts on DPS wearing P3, P4 gear, but that might be overstated because I was here in this war front from the very beginning where some others joined in late. I think this is probably going to be the last war front or footage that I show wearing P3 and P4, as I'm going to graduate up to P5 and P6 hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and that should be a lot funner. Once again, this is Dissb. This is footage of my Prestige 8 Warlock Mage wearing P3, P4 armor. Simply hitting the like button goes a long way.